Welcome to the Tech Download. I'm Amber Mack. I've been covering the technology space for more than a decade, and I don't think there's anything quite as magical out there as 3D printing. With 3D printing, we can finally make our own stuff. Whether we want to design a one-of-a-kind toy or a new smartphone case, it's all within reach. And it's not just about what we can create at home. The magic of 3D printing extends well beyond our own space. Before we can understand the potential of 3D printing, we must all understand how it works. To get some answers, we head out to ask the people who are making the next generation of 3D printers.
3D printing has actually been around for about 25 years, mostly at the industrial and manufacturing level. Only within the past, I'd say 5 or 6 years, has 3D printing actually become affordable and accessible within the realm of the consumer.
Solodoodle offers a printer that is very easy to use, that is usable by the home consumer, literally at their kitchen table or at their desk in their living room. They can open the box, do some calibration, and begin printing using their own designs, downloaded designs from the internet, or they can develop their own product from it.
I launched Solodoodle in September of 2011 with the dream of putting a 3D printer in every home in the world, and for 9 months, nothing happened. I sold maybe 20 printers. So I took a hard look at our market and at our product, and I asked, what do customers really want in a 3D printer? My customers said they wanted 2 things, affordable and easy to use. Our printer might not have all the features of other printers, but we keep it at a price that everyone can afford, and we give you a printer that meets the needs of the majority of people.
Solodoodle's goals as a company are to create the highest quality 3D printer on the market, specifically geared towards, the home consumer.
We use our own product. We are our own best customer. We have a bank of 21 printers up and running, creating parts for other printers.
The culture at Solodoodle is very innovative, very collaborative, more so than you would expect in most traditional manufacturing environments. For instance, we have the ability, because we can prototype our own parts quickly, to make design changes that affect the development of the machine a lot faster than some companies. At the same time, it's not just a one-way street. It's not just a river flowing downstream. We also get ideas and suggestions through our blogs, through feedback online, through feedback through our customer service, that will literally, we scratch our heads and we didn't think of that. And then we can actually take their suggestions. And it's hard to do that with traditional products. We're providing them with a product, and then they're coming back with ideas that we didn't even imagine that they would use. And then we can in turn make developments that are specifically geared toward that.
One of our customers called me and he said, Sam, we bought one of your printers a year ago, and we're using it to create prosthetic hands for children, custom hands. The typical price of a prosthetic hand is $80,000. He said, with your printer, we'll be able to create a prosthetic hand for a child for just $50. It's a huge game changer, and it's something that when I first heard about it, we're fully supportive and we're fully behind it.
Having been in manufacturing, traditional manufacturing for many years, 3D printing struck me as a transformative industry, one that's going to affect everything. There's applications for home use, there are applications for medical, military, as well as traditional manufacturing. It was something that, that's going to change the game in terms of manufacturing in the United States and in the world.
The first 3D printer was created in the early 1980s. It's incredible to see how these powerful machines are now within reach for many consumers for just a few $100s. However, you don't have to own a 3D printer to give this technology a try. Thanks to new communities like Shapeways, we all have access to designers who can help us turn our dream products into reality.
Shapeways was founded as part of Philips Lifestyle Incubator in the Netherlands. Our founder, Peter Weimarshausen, saw the potential of 3D printing for anybody. So instead of just making it customizing existing things, he thought anyone can make anything they want. And that's how Shapeways was founded. Because we're an online platform that gives anybody access to 3D printing, anyone can use it. Anyone from a hobbyist who wants to do a small thing for their hobby, like a miniature train, or a jewelry designer who wants a special ring or a pendant, or a professional who wants to do a product to take to market.
I guess the first time I heard about Shapeways was about 3 years ago. I had this idea to create a ring, and I had my modeling program, but I didn't have a jewelry studio where I could carve wax or get it cast. But a computer is available anywhere, and so is the internet, so I just downloaded a program off of shapeways.com, SketchUp, started playing with it, and that's how I grew a collection of jewelry printed by Shapeways.
The great thing about using Shapeways instead of purchasing a 3D printer is you can use all of our materials, which are high quality, high definition materials from plastic, stainless steel, ceramics, sterling silver, brass and bronze. The desktop machines are fantastic for doing fast iteration, fast designs, but you don't have the same resolution or quality of materials. The process here is you see a chamber of nylon powder. It's heated up to just below melting point. When it's hot enough to almost melt, the laser comes along and hardens the material into a solid.
I use Shapeways instead of using a desktop 3D printer because it creates a higher quality 3D print. And I have to be able to show my work in gallery and museum settings. I don't have to worry about fixing a 3D printer every day. My chair ended up taking me 2 years to print because my first prototype of the chair I printed on a desktop 3D printer. Once I 3D printed the chair at Shapeways, it took 2 weeks and it was done. So it was just a much more pleasant experience.
Shapeways has an online 3D printing marketplace. So if you as a designer have a product, you can put it for sale on Shapeways. If somebody wants to buy it, Shapeways takes the money off the buyer, prints the object on demand, and sends it directly to the buyer and sends you, the designer, the profits. So you can get a passive income or royalties from your design. It's a great way to make a living.
Now I can just rely on the fact that Shapeways will produce something that's a high quality finish that my customer will receive from them, finished product, it's got Lucas's stamped name on it or whatever because I designed it.
3D printing won't replace all manufacturing. What it will do is augment and improve some aspects. Supply exactly meets demand, which means companies can take more risks. They can iterate faster, they can change things, they can improve things very quickly with no investment, no casting, no molds. Everything is made on demand. We're completely democratizing manufacturing.
If you're wondering what else this amazing technology can bring to life, you might remember the miniature suitcase featured within the first few seconds of the safety video. Thanks to 3D printing, this tiny prop was made possible. We had a few questions and comments online about 3D printing. Here are our top picks. Pastel asks, are these printers easy to maintain? Well, I can imagine there'll be a time in the not-so-distant future where there'll be 3D printing repair shops in neighborhoods all across the country. Andrew asks, what are the possible implementations of it in medicine? Scientists are already experimenting with 3D printing to do some incredible things, including printing the human heart. And Eric says 3D printing coupled with places like Shapeways are creating new income opportunities. That's all for this tech download. Until next time, I'm Amber Mack. Have a great flight.